Hi everybody, I'm Luke Stanton, a UC specialist here at Welcomm. Today we're going to look at what is direct routing from Gamma and a bit of a high-level overview of how that compares to a traditional telephone system. So if we take Teams as it is at the moment without direct routing, what you're able to do is make a call from Teams to another Teams user, either in your organization or outside of your organization. What you can't do is make a telephone call using a phone number to the public switch telephone network and route to a mobile or a landline. So if we look at a traditional telephone system deployment, what we have is endpoints, so desktop phones or soft clients on a PC or a mobile. They are connected to a phone system that can either be on-premise or hosted, and then they use trunks like ISDN or SIP to connect you to the public switched telephone network. And that's how a traditional PBX deployment would work, to make calls from your phone on your desk through the telephone system to somebody's mobile or landline. So if we look at that in a Teams direct routing environment, what you have is your endpoints, which are now the Teams app on your mobile or laptop or Teams-enabled handsets and devices. They are connected to the PBX, which is now the Teams phone system add-on. The trunk is the direct routing piece, and this is a per-user SIP trunk essentially. So unlike traditional SIP, where you're assigned to a data connection with an IP address, you're now assigning a direct routing SIP trunk to a user. That then connects you to the PSTN to make phone calls. And that is essentially how you make a telephone call from Teams through the phone system out to landlines and mobiles. And because this direct routing is assigned to a user, you can mix and match as many users as you need to. So not everybody has to have this functionality to make outbound calls, because you may just have some that only need to make internal calls. So you can assign the phone system add-on and direct routing trunk to a group of users, and they're able to make phone calls to both Teams users and also phone numbers. And then you can have another group of users that don't have that functionality, and all they can do is make phone calls to Teams, but not to dial a number. So a great example of this is a school environment where you may have a phone and a user in every classroom, but they generally don't need to make external phone calls. Where we would assign that is to the reception, where they're making external phone calls to parents and other phone numbers. They will be assigned the direct routing functionality to give them that phone number dialing capability. And this means that we can be really flexible with how we set up our phone system. We don't need to give people functionality that they don't need. So to answer some common questions that we get, firstly, is it completely cloud-based? Yes, it is. Gamma hosts the SBCs and the trunks to connect you to the PSTN in their data centers. All you need is the functionality from the user license. Who would host my numbers? Gamma would host your numbers, the UK's leading SIP provider. Do I have inclusive minutes? Yes, you can have up to 2,000 UK geographic landline and 2,000 UK mobile minutes per user per month, which are aggregated across your account. So this means that you're pooling all of your minutes together across your account. So you may have one user that uses more than their allocation and another that uses well under, and that's absolutely fine because they're all pulling from one pool of minutes. Where do I go for technical support? You contact our technical support team here at Welcomm for any changes or service issues. Our technical support team offer a 3-ring policy to ensure your phone calls are answered very quickly. We also do full fault diagnosis, and add move changes are unlimited. So what happens if there's a Teams outage? Because your numbers are hosted outside of Microsoft and are in Gamma's SIP network, you can invoke disaster recovery plans in SIP Trunk Call Manager to point your numbers elsewhere. This is an extra level of resiliency with direct routing than over Microsoft's own calling plans to help keep you connected should the worst happen. Teams direct routing is now available from Welcomm, so for more information, please contact us using the details on screen.